that was a song I wrote called Bellingham Forest. On June 1st, 2002 and June 7th, 2003, my favorite girlfriend and I went to Ferndale, Washington to the Bellingham Highland Games. I don't think they have them there anymore. I think they moved them to a different city. But I went to the Celtic Games, and it was beautiful. A lot of nice people, beautiful music, great day. So I wanted to share that song and hope that somebody will try to play it. And also to once again show that I use all 5 fingers when I play the left hand, okay? So here's the chords. You can pause and jot them down if you want to try the song verse. And then there's the chorus. It's not a complicated song, really. Okay, there's your verse chords, and I'll show you these chords. There's F major chord. Then there's a C minor chord button with the F bass. B flat major chord. E flat dominant 7. That repeats. You play 3 times. And the last line in the verse is F major, D minor 7, which is the F major chord button with the D counter bass, the G minor 7, which is the G counter bass with the B flat major chord button, then the C dominant 7, which you can play it in regular position, or you can play it with the C bass and the G diminished button to get that C dominant 7. You can play it traditional, or the C bass with the G diminished chord button. Again. Then the chorus is D minor, then D flat 7, and I do that with a C sharp counter bass, which is the same as D flat, with the A flat diminished chord button. Okay, you go from D minor again. You bring your index up to the C sharp, and then the pinky gets the A flat diminished chord button. Right, then it goes to F. I do a little bass thing. See that? I hold the F chord button and I just move the bass down. E, D, C. Okay, do it again. D minor. Okay, that's the first line in the chorus. That's that first line. Then the second line is a little bit different. Okay, we do the D minor. D flat 7, D flat dominant 7, index, pinky, index, and that's the whole deal. I do this, I teach this, the 5-finger stradella-bass technique. That's what I do. Probably only one who does it. So D minor, D flat dominant 7, and then you go to the F sharp, which is the same as a G flat, and you catch the B flat minor chord button. Okay, that's once again the F sharp, which is the same as G flat, and the D flat minor chord button. And that gives you a G flat major 7. Okay, let's do it again. Last line on the chorus. D minor, D flat dominant 7, G flat major 7, G flat major 7, index, pinky, index, pinky. Then you go to the B flat major chord button with the C bass. That's what they call in traditional terms as suspension chord. Then you go to C dominant 7. Then again B flat major chord button with the C bass. And then C7. Let's do that chorus line again. And that is these chords for the chorus. I just played those for you. Now, two things I want to show you. If you have trouble understanding this, then just visualize this. You have your C sharp bass, your A flat diminished chord button, okay? That's your counter bass and your chord button, and you'll end up with a D flat dominant 7. Right down here for the G flat major 7, you're using that B flat minor chord button and the F sharp counter bass, and you get this G flat major 7. That's how you do it. Now you say, well, you know what? I'm just a beginner. I don't understand it. Well, let me show you this here to give you a way to visualize. Here's your D minor chord, okay? That's D minor, right here. Right? Then I moved to the C sharp counter bass and I caught that A flat diminished button. See how that is in relation to the D minor? We went from here to these two buttons, and then later in that chorus we went to the F sharp counter bass and the B flat minor chord button. So this is how they look when you don't have my hand in the way. See, with my hand there, it's hard to see that. D minor, D flat dominant 7, and then that's that G flat major 7. Then your suspension, dominant, suspension. See, it has a gnarly little dissonant tone, but it's nice. Okay? And I think that's about it. Let me just slowly go through this slowly one time so you get the gist of it. I like you to play it if you can. It's really nice. I would just, for once in my life, like to hear somebody play one of my songs. Chorus. Say is this. Ordinarily, when I play with 5-finger, okay, my system, I keep the hand in the middle of my strap, my bass area, all right, and the hand can go up, out towards you, and it can go down. For this D minor, okay, watch that D minor thing I mentioned. See that move, D minor in the chorus, to D flat dominant 7. Notice that I keep my hand, it's not out, it's down, and the palm of the hand is solidly against that bass machine, because you want to keep your hand down. You want to keep it down. Why? Because watch, you're doing your D minor, And when you reach with your index finger for that counterbass, you see that? You want your hand down here low and against the bass machine to catch that chord change. I want to mention that. That's it. I hope you learned something, and I hope you play this song. Thank you and good night.